Hello everyone, Irish Warlock here, and welcome back to part 11 of our Final Fantasy 16 Let's Play. I'm going to kick things off in just a minute after I give a quick recap of the last session. So, we explored the caverns underneath Phoenix Gate with Jill, which were the remains of the long-lost civilization, which also made these caverns here. We fought through some construct-like enemies and some weird spectre ghost-like enemies before having a vision of our past. There, Clive confronted his trauma about killing Joshua and accepted who he was as Ifrit, the new dominant of fire, and whatever destiny he has laid out. There was also a weird mural on the wall, which we have some theories about at the moment. We decided, along with Jill, that our best use was now to return to the hideout here to help Cid with his goals, which, it turns out, is to destroy the mother crystals, because Cid thinks that essentially the way magic works is crystals draw energy out of the world to allow someone to cast a spell, and the mother crystals are just massive versions of this, so it makes sense that they are drawing energy out of the world, and that's what's causing the blight and all the problems going on. Also, the village we had stopped by in that had Lady Hannah and a few other people in it who we said we would help house their branded, were attacked and slaughtered by the Empire under the orders of our mother. So we are currently on our way to Oriflamme, which is the capital of the Empire, where our mother is. Cid wants to go there to destroy the mother crystal there. I want to go there to kill our mother because I really, really do not like her. So we're to talk to Sharon and get some supplies, but what we're going to do first is do the two side missions instead. Now let's talk with this guy first. Glenn Courier. Or Glenn the Courier, I imagine is what it means.
Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
That's your fault then, isn't it?
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for?
Yeah, kind of defeating your purpose there, mate.
I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost, it was for Cid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Cid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Oh, we'll look for it, don't worry.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Cid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Cid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't.
So, I'm kind of making a plan now with the side quests. I'm going to do them all, but I'm not going to do them all on video. Some of them I'll just do myself and either do little recordings and put them in at the start. Also, when I'm doing side quests that will be in video, I'm just going to cut out all the running across the map to get from place to place. So if these two are both in the same area, kind of just the running around and fighting random monsters, you won't see. I just don't want to have the videos filled up with just filler that isn't needed.
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, Our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait. You were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then might I ask a favour of you? I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him?
Okay. Helping everyone.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Okay, so we got 2 little side quests to do before we head off to what's the name of the capital? Oriflamme. That's it. Yeah, and good, they're both beside each other, make it easier. Yeah, that's Oriflamme up there. So let's go here, which is to find the missing letter. I really missed playing Final Fantasy 16. If you hadn't seen my Star Trek or Bolt Gun Let's Plays, just between work and my laptop needed to be sent away just for a clean and a bit of a repair, I haven't been able to do any recording or editing, so yeah, it's good to be back in and playing this, because I'm not playing it in my spare time unless I'm making content.
Good. Looks like I'm in the right area.
So hard just to jump a fence.
More of the lost supplies. I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Cid's letter, though.
Hello there.
I've come this far. Might as well ask around.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. And I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
Right then, everything leads to Lost Wing. Also, I've made a plan for my content going forward. So hopefully this week or next week we'll finish Star Trek and Bolt Gun. And then, other than maybe the occasional just one-off video or discussion videos, like talking about a topic that I have ideas for, we won't be starting any new games. It'll just be Final Fantasy 16. And then in September we will start a Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 3 on the PlayStation, because my laptop cannot run it at the moment, unfortunately. And a stream of Starfield. So that'll be my plan going forward for the foreseeable future anyway.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. He's waited long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our courier out of trouble.
Pretty pretty easy quest, isn't it? I don't know, maybe there'll be something else after, back into hideout.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off?
Oh yeah, this is Quinton, yeah?
Ah, it isn't Cid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Sounds so very concerned of the people in your employ, Quentin. Whereas, I don't think he's like meant to be a bad guy or like a surprise villain down the road. I think he's just a businessman and like he helps Cid because there's benefit and profit in it. That's kind of my general idea. Yeah, this way. Cool. So yeah, we'll just cut this run out here. Okay, I think we found our man. Also, again, pretty straightforward, but it's Quentin's comrade. Okay, so I don't think this is Randall.
Are you alright?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but the sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Ooh, I've got some bad ideas for Randall. I don't think we're going to find him intact.
Goblins.
Right then, finally a fight. Let's get going. Alright, let's go Super Saiyan. Come on. God, I barely made a dent in his health. I like that charge ability, but it's really hard to stay focused on enemies when they're not backed into a corner. Come on! Oh, okay, quick heal just to be safe. Come on, nearly there. Oh, thank God. Those things are pure damage sponges. Right then, where... Yeah, went as well as I expected, unfortunately. No, he tried anyway. Poor guy.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Right, back to Lost Wing then.
But how did the grocer know his daughter?
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the south gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave. No, I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Cid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either.
No, I'm not.
For your trouble.
Right, back to the hideaway then. We don't actually need to talk to this guy, but...
Well, at least you're safe. Poor Randall. The doubtful.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
I can't even jump over a chicken. Jesus Christ.
Oh. There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
Supplies, letter, confirm.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Cid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter.
Wait, what?
She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Cid sane while she's away.
He never mentioned a daughter.
Oh, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin boats. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Cid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
See, that's a good example of a side quest. Yes, the gameplay aspect wasn't great. It was just walk to one point, walk to another point, come back. Like, no combat, no, like, extra tasks of, like, running around and fetching something to entice the dog to give the letter away. But it gave great world and lore building. Like, we know Cid has a daughter, and now, like, his actions all make a lot more sense now. Just what I love in side quests. Like, they don't need to be these big, amazing quests, but they do need to contribute to the story and world.
Corner of the realm is Cid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot have in... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Probably best. Yeah, I think we just need some more potions. No, that would be all my money basically getting these.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me
And what do
blind,
you do?
you
Gradually
know.
fills limit breaker gauge. Ooh, I'll definitely take those.
You'll not find a better price than that.
don't think of anything to sell. Yeah, I'll get rid of these.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Yeah, sure. I'll get this one anyway.
Better I'll be here. Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, some foul's brewing, and it entires borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
Alright. I'll go talk to Otto then. Otto seems to rub me the wrong way sometimes. Like, we've only had a few interactions with him, but he seems to be a bit, you know, not entirely sure. I don't think he's evil, but he's a bit of an ass.
Take a seat, Clive. I'll fetch you.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known it. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning, let her know you're coming. We go way back, and she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you.
Two guesses who and what the dame
this
is.
Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale.
Called it.
And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Alien reports unlocked. Okay. Alien reports are now available. These reports compiled by the Cursebreakers contain information on quests currently available. Oh, okay, so this is how I can find out side quests outside of the hideout without having to
Now to find Gav.
actually leave. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Cursebreakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Now you're talking.
Anything catch your eye?
Yeah, so this is how I find side quests out in the world. Ah, but if I take one, it transports me to the nearest obelisk, so I don't have to go running around. That's handy. So there's 2 in Lost Wing, and there's 1 back. Is that Martha's? Yeah, that's Martha's place. Martha's Rest. Okay, cool.
Always something.
Alright, well, we'll look at them later on, because I want to focus on doing the main quest here. So let's talk to Gav, me main man.
Well, someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
What?
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed.
4 lads is hardly an army. Come on.
And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Cid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda.
Oh.
Did I ever tell you about
Benedicta. Oh.
Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cause a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Yeah, don't jinx it, mate.
Find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Okay, so to hit the Lost Ring first. So, why I got a bit, like I went, oh, when he said Garuda. Could Benedicta be the mother of Cid's daughter? A little theory that we'll keep tucked away in the back for later.
We're meeting in Northreach. And we'll find Cid and Jill before this dame finds me.
Right, and that's all the way up here. So... okay, I doubt I can go that way, or it would have told me to go that way, so... yeah, that's up through this... oh, this path was blocked earlier on, so we're going to go up this way to Northreach. Will we do these 2 side missions while we're here? Why not?
Ah, you're Cid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them?
Oh, I'll try.
Help them settle in?
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Okay, well this little one at least looks quick, so we'll knock it out nice and quickly.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Right, I think just to make up the time as well with these side quests, I'll cut out all like you running in this area here unless something story-wise happens. I think, especially with open world games, I'm still trying to find a balance of what you can and should not show. Which I need to figure out before Starfield happens.
Whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade? Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Bread and wine.
Okay, so should I be trusting Quinton? I keep getting mixed vibes from Quinton. I'm not sure whether I should trust him or not.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Brother.
Hello.
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly? Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Alright, a quick little simple quest, but I suppose there are going to just be some random quests that aren't really anything but content filler. That happens in all open world games with side quests. There's just one or two that are just like, this really didn't do anything other than give you something to do for 10 minutes. Or 10 seconds in this case. Nope, thought that was open there.
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop.
How did you get down here? Are you a dominant? Is that what you can do? Is your powers teleporting random places?
I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please, rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
He's a hard taskmaster, this Master Quinton, isn't he? Always seems to be driving his people hard. Alright then, to the vineyards, which I assume were back out here. Yep, there we go.
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Looks like more than a few, but alright. Yeah, I'll need this one to pull them down.
It's over.
Oh, they're going down pretty quickly anyway. Where's Torgo gone? Oh, there he is. Let's just assume he was helping in his own way, rather than saying he's a bad dog, because he's not a bad dog. There are no bad dogs. He's a good doggo, isn't he?
I better let Quentin's man know.
Right, back to Lost Wing. Hello.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quentin would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quentin's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
You could send me a bottle or two. I'd like that. Yeah, like, after all this, mixed feelings on Quentin. Like, he seems to be a hard taskmaster, but he also seems to be caring, or at least we're told that he cares. Yeah, it's... I'm not sure if he's just... The game is just creating, like, a character of different morals and, like, he's not black and white, he's shades of grey. Or is it setting up that Quentin is going to stab us in the back down the line?
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
Alright then, well, off to Northreach and a house of ill repute. And there it is.
There.
Is it?
Northreach.
I assume it's on the other side of those gates, because I'm thinking that's a pretty miserable place. Just a couple of tents, by the looks of it. I'm assuming it's on the other side of that gate. And that is the mother crystal there that we're, I suppose, either here to scout out or here to destroy. How we are going to destroy that, I don't know. I mean, we got 3 icons. That'll give us a pretty good chance, I wager.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel. But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
Delightful.
Right, okay, yeah, so we can see the actual town is on the other side of these gates. And we're not going to get through because of this brand, so we gotta find someone to help us get through.
Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
With the right to confiscate any objects forbidden by the throne.
So I assume we're looking for like a courtesan-like person, I imagine. Or just anyone who will talk to us, I guess. And there's the obelisk for fast travel.
The fruit's not getting any fresher.
Let's try the merchant, I guess.
Welcome.
No. Nothing from her, just... Oh, I can sell some things, hang on. Leave it, I'll do it later. Hello, can you?
You want something, you come back with your master. I won't sell to some stray branded.
Oh, sometimes I wish this game was like Skyrim and I could just hack my way through them. Oh. Okay.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
Alright then.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Cid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Does everybody just know who we are?
You're the dame.
Secrecy out the window.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Cid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
I pretend to be hers.
His master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
You say these are all from Dalmetia?
Are you gonna buy something or not?
Alright then, let's play the part.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But... it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another Motherfucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Right then, so we need to help this dame lady if we're to get into the capital. And of course, what fancy game is complete without a brothel?
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling, welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Cid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Cid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me.
Jeez, everybody wants me to find someone.
Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I began to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
The Iron Flagon, that's a cool name for a tavern. I'll have to use that in D&D one day when I'm thinking up a new tavern.
I should probably start here.
Okay, I can only talk to you, it seems.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared?
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Okay, well, why not have me just talk to her to start? What's the point of talking to her? Just come over and talk to her.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you shared a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything?
Oh, God.
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She didn't mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Right then. I have a feeling this one doesn't have a happy ending either, but we can live in hope. And there's more side quests over there, but we're not going to touch them today. I wonder maybe also for side quests, if I just do an episode that's just side quests. Like I don't advance this plot, I just jump around the different maps doing side quests, and I only make it like maybe a 30-40 minute video.
Heard the bones fell favorably.
Because I cut out all like the walking around and loading screens.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Oh, bring it on.
Where's the Dame's brooch?
Smart man, smart man.
Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The Dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Count, most likely. Fools there nigh on every night.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
I guess so.
Is that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
So the people of Moor hate brandeds, and apparently more than the rest of the world. How that is possible, I do not know, because everywhere I go, people just seem to treat the branded like they're scum, other than Cid and his group. So, right, well, it's just over there, so we'll see how horrible they treat me.
The Dame may have given you leave to walk freely about Northridge, but one step outside these walls, and you're just another branded, with a target on his back.
Hey, bring it on, mate. Bring it on.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Right, so there's the capital, and I'm assuming that is the Imperial Palace. Otto hinted at it, actually. Well, he didn't hint at it, he outright told us, but we saw in a cutscene as well that the Empire is marching south to conquer the lands, kind of, because the northern lands are all dying because of the blight, so they need to expand south to have like fields to grow crops and live, essentially. I mean, that's what the Emperor said. Odds are he's just doing it because that's what the monarchy are always like in this time period. In any time period, they're just conquerors who want everything.
There's still work to be done.
Damn it. Alright then, let's talk to this Bertrand fellow.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Alright, mate.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
I mean, technically, yes, I am.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value, and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Okay, so let's investigate these ruins. Speaking of D&D, which technically I spoke of D&D a good few minutes ago, but I've just remembered. Well, not just remembered, but worth bringing up. I just finished playing some D&D. Like, first time in months we got back to our game.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good over there.
Wolves.
Okay.
You can't let them get any closer to the village.
Well.
Stay down.
So yeah, I was running a game of D&D. It was a good game. It was only about like an hour and a half, and it was over Zoom, but it was a lot of fun. And like the party got through like a lot of, not a lot of things, but they definitely advanced the story, I think, further than I was expecting or they were expecting. Like I kind of thought the way it was gonna go with what was going on, but they made a choice in some dialogue that cut out a massive amount of contents that I had planned, which I loved. They just kind of skipped over this whole like search and fighting they had to do and kind of got their reward.
Bodies. A man and a woman.
So yeah, it was rather cool to see that, and back to the game. I am terrible at looking for missing people because that is 2 dead people I was looking for in one video, and some other random guy who I do not care about.
Well, the wolves have been busy, but the blood is long dry.
Huh. I guess he killed her and then the wolves killed him.
It is you, Tatien.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatien.
You... Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatien is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatien by.
So do they use combs instead of rings when they want to propose to people? Also, kind of speaking of D&D a bit more, I finally got back into doing some writing for Medium. And I wrote an article, which I'm very proud of, about Daggerheart, which is Critical Role's new TT RPG that they're releasing next year. So, if you're interested in TTRPGs or Critical Role, I recommend giving that article a read, because I'm very happy about it. The link to my Medium account is down in the description. So, yeah, you can find that and a lot of other articles there that I'm very proud of, and I think I'm going to try and turn some of those articles into longer, like, format videos.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatien. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatien. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
God, a lot of sad endings in this session, isn't there?
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks.
Oh?
The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Otto mentioned the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Does the Emperor plan on moving like the entire Empire south? I imagine she means more just himself and his family and those important, but like is literally just abandoning a lot of his territory and claiming new territory? Like that's only going to work for a while before essentially the blight catches up with you. But I mean, those in power are rarely that smart when it comes to keeping their power. Anyway, the guys are just up here, and I think we're going to be wrapping things up now fairly shortly. I'd hope we'd gone into Oriflamme in this episode, but maybe it's better we end before we get in, because then we're not ending on an even bigger cliffhanger. We can kind of, you know, next episode, jump right in.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Okay, so are we inside Oriflamme, or is this still outside it? Okay, we're in Oriflamme and another brothel somehow. 2 brothels in one episode, that's something. Jill's not impressed.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a...
Oh god.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
If I was earning money, I could get demonetized for this.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrec.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by the Bahamut, but that's not important.
Cid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Cid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Right then, we are to sneak into Oriflamme, which seems to be a bit of a daring task by the way we're going. But that will be for next episode, because it seems like a lot's going to happen once we get in, and I'd like to all have that in one episode or two, but definitely not at the end of one of those episodes. So what do you guys think about what's going on? Is Quentin going to betray us? Is Cid's plans and theories about the mother crystals just absolutely bonkers? Is it wise to be hiding out in a brothel? And why do the people we keep looking for keep dying? Is this just a bad omen going forward? So, if you have liked this video, do leave a like and a comment. It is all greatly appreciated. If you want to stay updated on everything else I'm working on, do follow me on Twitter and Medium. Links are in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay notified of everything we have going forward. And I will see you all next time.